Hello YouTube coin collectors and stackers. Today we're going to be looking at a collection I purchased last evening. But before we get into it, please don't forget to like and subscribe. I sincerely appreciate it and thank you for watching. As you can see from this collection, it's Panda-monium down here. And this is the most pandas I've seen in one place. Well, I can't say that. That's not exactly true. But it's certainly the most pandas I bought in a collection in quite a long time. So we can see that. So we'll get in, we'll look at the pandas, look at some of the other stuff that I got here. And let's just start with a pan. Just a pan around. You see there's some typical things that we often see on circulated sets. Painted silver eagles, been seeing a lot of those lately. Some commemorative dollars in the OGP and some other sort of random things, including an entire box over here of a full run of silver proof sets. So let's just start with some of the fun stuff. We have a Cheerios cent from 2000. As folks know, like, this isn't the valuable one. It's the Sacagawea that's in here. Gentleman just found one of these remodeling his kitchen. Actually, a pair. He had the penny and he had the Sacagawea. So that's pretty cool in this original Cheerios pack. So that's always fun to find. Something I don't often see, it's a bit more of sort of a key set for these, is the Leif Erikson 2000. If you watch my video on collecting commemorative silver dollars, I'll put a link to that below. I talk about this because I picked up this coin from a dealer last week. And this is the only coin that the US Mint and Iceland teamed up on. And this is 1,000 kroner. And it was paired up with this Leif Erikson dollar. They're stamped out on the same planchets. They have the same silver content, etc. But that was kind of a fun thing to see as well. Let's look at some really cool stuff. So the family I bought this from was Cuban, and the grandmother actually fled Cuba during the revolution, and she had some really cool Cuban coins, including this 1939. It's called an ABC peso. So ABC was a political movement that was formed to overthrow an authoritarian government in 1930s, and so by 1934 they started making these. These guys, we'll look at some other pesos from the early 30s here shortly. But this is a beautiful, beautiful coin covered in PVC. I did restoration on it. And I didn't actually purchase this from the client. The client wanted to keep this. But it was all green and crusted with PVC. It took me a little while to do the conservation work on it. But to me, it's kind of like, well, do you clean coins? Don't clean coins. If you have to ask the question, don't clean them. But a coin like this that's just coated with green PVC gook, you got to get it off, because that's going to ruin the coin over time, right? That's acidic and it's eating into the coin. So this is a beautiful coin. I'd never seen one of these before. It's actually was made in Philadelphia, as were some of these other coins. So here's two more I did a restoration that I'm returning to the client. This is a 1915 Star peso. This was actually designed by Charles Barber, and it was minted in Philadelphia. This is like the key date for these, or let's just call it a better date. These 15s are pretty scarce. I think this is knocking on AU. It's probably XF, but pretty nice coin. And then we have the 1916, which is a better date as well, closer to XF on this one. Again, these were all just crusted with PVC. Client wanted to keep them for various reasons, so I said, let me take them back to my laboratory and get them conserved for you. And to give you an idea of what they look like, and I'm actually going to do a separate video on this, how do you conserve coins like this? So I bought these ones. So this is right before that ABC revolution that I mentioned on that beautiful coin, the 39. And these are all PVC flips. And let's see if I can find one that's particularly gnarly with the PVC on it. This one right here. Look at that. See how the PVC, let me zoom in a little bit, and you can see how the PVC is literally pitting the heck out of this coin. You can see the pitting all over it, all this PVC. And actually the coins I showed you that I had done the conservation on were actually worse than this coin, so I'm hoping I can get this one back. But I'm actually going to do a video where I show how I remove the PVC from coins like this so that we can conserve them for future generations. And I don't generally see, on the West Coast, I don't see a lot of Cuban pesos, so that was kind of neat. Let's look at the pandas. So lots of pandas. And let's see, we have a particularly nice one right here. Several of these early 2000s, this is a 2000, and it's got an interesting design on it. I'll flip it over, these are metal orientation. But these are in the original packs as they came from the mint in China. So This one's particularly a nice one, the 2000, but you'll see I have several of them up through 2005 that are in these various government packs. Some of them even have, which is interesting, is I'm gonna knock a bunch of stuff over here, is this insert in here, which you know, if you can read this, I'd love to know what this says. You can put it in the comments below. But here's an 02. And if for folks that collect pandas, you'll see, you know, and I have a full set of these from 2000 through 2016. Whoops! Thank God that's in the that's in the capsule, because I'm clumsy this morning. I need more coffee. So if you collect pandas, you know that every year is a different design. So I have all the designs from 2000 through 2016. As I started to say before I clumsily dropped this panda, I'm going to be listing these all on my eBay store. I'll put the link in the description below if you would like to pick up some of these pandas, because I have a full run. I'm probably going to be lotting them up in various ways. Man, everything's tipping over today. So that I can, you know, maybe give people the full run of all the designs. Maybe lot them up in 4s and 5s, and then you can pick up a number of the designs all at once. So I'm just kind of showing you some of the designs, because as you know, with the pandas, they change the design every year. So if you collect these, every year you get a little bit different panda, or a panda and a panda cub. So very cute, and as you can see, I have like 50 of these. So I'll be selling these on my eBay store. Also, we have a pretty valuable little kookaburra here. This guy's got a little bit of a premium on him. There's only one of these kookaburras, $1. And then we have a couple of the other kookaburras in here as well, all early 2000s kookaburras that are kind of cute. I always love the kookaburras. Then we got this run of these year of the whatever. So we have year of the rabbit, which is a better date. We have the monkey here, we have the horse, we have the wolf, and we have the goat. Your typical sort of just silver eagles, just loose in the box, clanking around in there. But 5 of those. And then the peace dollar. And if we go back to these types of coins, like this peso, while I understand we weren't making dollars in 1916, these were the same planchets. The planchets they used for the peace dollar were the ones that they used for these Cuban un pesos. So beautiful coin. I got 2 of these guys. Is this, what year is this? I think this is 2003. Something like that. I could look at the reverse, or I guess the obverse with the queen. But these are really neat. These are pretty with the painted leaves on them. So there were 2 of these guys. I've been seeing way too many of these for my liking. These painted American silver eagles. It is what it is. They're just so out there. One of my favorite commemorative coins. I already had one of these, but I love this 2009 Abraham Lincoln. So this was the bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. So if you remember in 2009, we had that full like Life of Lincoln cent set that took you through his childhood and early years and professional life and all of that. So the bicentennial of his birth was 2009. We have the extra special mint sets, proof sets from those years with the extra cents in them, pennies in them. And so this was the commemorative that went along with that. Also in 2009, and if you watch my collecting commemoratives video, I have one of these, not in the OGP like this, but a Lewis Braille. And again, this one's neat because it's actually got Braille on the reverse of it as well that you can feel and touch if Braille's your thing. We have several of these other ones here, typical. So the old mint commemorative coin program. I don't need to take it out, but I love this coin because the reverse is the Morgan dollar. We got a couple of Thomas Edisons in the OGP as well. Some more steel cents. I've been getting a lot of these in these little packs. This is an old-timey Littleton pack. So I don't know how old this is, if anyone knows when this came out, but you can see the font's different. It's like a much more old-timey pack of these steel cents. Something I've always wanted because I collect, I'm going to get this Leif Erikson out of the way, because I collect Lewis and Clark related things, and I hadn't gotten one of these, is this Lewis and Clark coin and pouch set. This is kind of big. Let me zoom out of here for this guy here. Oh, I'm already out of here. Let me zoom out of here more. So if you open this up, it's got the Lewis and Clark dollar, so that's not particularly rare. They made a gazillion of those. But what is cool is the pouch. So each of these pouches, whenever you see these sets, they're all handmade by Native Americans, and everyone's different. Every single pouch in these sets is different. It was a really neat idea by the Mint to do this, and it's something I didn't have in my Lewis and Clark set, so I'm happy to add this to the set as well, because that's a pretty cool thing to pick up. In that same vein, I got 3 of these guys, which is the coin and metal set. Let me get this off camera so I can get it out of here, so I can actually show you guys what's in here. It's kind of a, for the size of what it is, it's kind of like a wah 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 kind of set. But you got, 2 of your Westward Journey nickels, a proof Sacagawea dollar. I guess these are all proofs in here. And then we have this metal down here. And this metal, it's got some cool toning on it though. Look at that, it's kind of cool. Let me zoom in, we can see it a little better. Yeah, look at that cool toning on that. That's wild. This is a replica of the medal that Thomas Jefferson had made for Lewis and Clark to give to the Indian chiefs as they went west. So neat. I have 3 of those. These don't sell for too much. It's a funny thing when you sell these guys, right? It's far more to ship the thing. You're almost paying as much to ship it as you can sell it for, is what it is. It's kind of the deal with that sort of stuff. Looking around here, this was neat. I don't see this very often when I'm buying collections, although I know they're out there and they're not particularly rare. But it's this die set. So this family was from Michigan, so it would make sense that they would have the Michigan one. And so this is the actual die that was used to strike the Michigan reverse on there. And of course, you don't have that design on here anymore. The mint goes and, files it off, grinds it off, so that people can't go and make counterfeit quarters. But it is neat to have this. It's real. It's got the certificate. I got to decide what I want to do with this, because I didn't have one of these in my collection, but I don't know that I necessarily want one. It wasn't something that was on my wish list of things that I wanted to pick up at any point in time. Let me move that over there out of the way. And we're going to go to one of my favorite sets, a set I think is underappreciated. They did make a lot of them, which is this Kennedy $50. This is the 50th. Am I zoomed out all the way? Oh, there we go. This is the Kennedy 50th anniversary 2014 set. And I love this set. I have a couple in my collection already, so I'll be selling this one. But you got your reverse proof, your enhanced uncirculated, and your uncirculated. So you have 4 different finishes in these, all silver, so very cool. Nice set, beautifully packaged. It's definitely one of the better sort of packaging jobs the Mint has done in the last couple of years as well. Of course, no purchase would be complete without something from one of these, which Mint did this one, one of these sort of late night, you have to get this 3 rare coins set. We all know that, each one of these coins could be picked up for, a quarter to 50 cents, but they stick it in here and they sell it for however much they sell it for. I don't know. I don't watch late night TV, but I assume it's a lot more than, probably the 75 cents worth of coins that are in there. Here's another one that's not particularly valuable. In fact, you can even see what it was originally as a $15 thing, but it's this etched acrylic Titanic anniversary medal. Just kind of fun. We have more of this kind of stuff where you have just a BU set of Irish coins, Irish euros, and then a first commemorative mint, some sort of an anniversary related to these euro cents from all these different countries. And these are not, these are really nice BU cents. If you're looking for a BU, kind of euro cent collection, it's kind of neat. This one is not opened. I'm so tempted to open it, but I think I could sell it better if I don't open it. This Marine Corps coin and stamp set. So, but never opened. It's still got like the original seal on it and everything, which, I don't see why I would open it now. It's stayed unopened since for 20 years, because it's 2005 when that came out. Let me move some things out of the way, and we are going to now shift our attention to this full run of silver proof sets. Oh my God. Oh. Then we're tipping things over. We're knocking stuff down. Let's put up. This is the royal wedding of Charles and Diana back here. This is a first day cover, so it's a stamp, but they canceled the stamp, and it's got a coin in it. It's actually got the one you see a million gazillion of, which is this wedding of Charles and Diana. I got a bunch of those and some other kind of weird medals and stuff. I'm not going to show you guys because they're not particularly interesting. But I got the full run of these from 99 through 2015, I believe. So, and these guys, oftentimes these are selling at or below like the silver value is. And some of these are very, very nice sets, particularly like the 09, as I mentioned here. You have some better like sets, like the 2012 is, generally gets a premium. It's a better set overall, but sorry about that. But there's your your sets. The other kind of weird, just talking about first day covers. If you're not familiar with first day covers, here's a first day cover. And they would do these for presidential, like, inauguration stuff. So I just sold a bunch from, Nixon and Reagan and Lyndon B. Johnson and JFK. I'm helping a buddy who's got a bunch of these. And this one's from Barack Obama. And whether you love him or not, this is about be political. This is just a first day cover with Barack Obama. And it's got this Obama-Biden painted on a standard sort of, not intended for circulation because this was 2009 $50. So that's what it is. You can see they have the stamp. They did it on January 20th. It was canceled at the post office. This is the whole idea of what a first day cover is. And I'm seeing more and more and more of these as I'm buying collections. As time goes on, also have some standard uncirculated sets. And that's really about it. So I think that, the funnest thing, my favorite thing in this whole collection that I didn't get to buy is this. I just think that this is a beautiful, beautiful coin. You don't see a lot of these, particularly on the West Coast. Maybe you see some more if you're buying collections in Florida and places like that where there's a large Cuban population, but don't see this. And unfortunately, I don't get to buy it, at least yet. But it was my honor to restore it for the owner. This is the year she was born, and it's a very special coin for her. So I was happy to get all the PVC off it and conserve it for her. And that's all. Again, there's some metals and other stuff that I don't think anyone would be particularly interested in looking at. But thank you as always for watching. Again, I almost forgot one thing. I always do that. Sorry about that. So there's this little 14 karat gold little coin in here. It's like a half a gram of 14 karat gold. I almost forgot about this one. And just kind of a weird thing. It's in one of these American mint things that they do. So didn't want to have you guys miss out on that, because that is a little different. Again, thanks for watching. I appreciate you guys. Please remember to like and subscribe. And as always, happy collecting.